What's your story?
What does accessibility mean to you?
Another episode of special edition of Inclusion Revolution Radio in collaboration with accessiBe Spotlight Session. The Berlin Local Organizing Committee, Inclusion Revolution Radio, and accessiBe will be highlighting the Special Olympics World Games in Berlin 2023. Guests will include athletes, coaches, volunteers, ambassadors, technical delegates involved in the Games. We believe it's important to showcase all of the amazing work that goes into World Games and how it serves as a catalyst for building a more inclusive world.
My name is Josh Basil. I'm your co-host for today's show. I'm a C45 quadriplegic, paralyzed below my shoulders, and a power wheelchair user. I'm the community relations manager at accessiBe and a passionate disability rights advocate and trial attorney focused on breaking down barriers to access and inclusion for people with disabilities.
I'm Noe Craven, your other co-host for today's show. I'm a proud Special Olympics athlete and employed for Special Olympics International. I play bocce, basketball, and about any other sport you can think of. I love Special Olympics and the work our organization does to promote friendship, respect, and of course, inclusion.
Today we will be talking with Natalie Ullrich, Senior Manager of the Special Olympics Festival at the World Games. The festival will not only provide entertainment and cultural experiences for the city of Berlin, but it will also be an opportunity for local businesses and organizations to showcase their work on an inclusive stage. Thank you so much for joining us today, Natalie, and welcome to the Inclusion Revolution podcast. Hey, Natalie.
Hi, Josh. Hi, Novi. Nice to meet you today for the podcast. Thanks for the introduction. As you said, I'm Natalie Ullrich, and I'm happy and glad to be here today and be your guest.
Thank you for being with us.
We're about to go into the questions now. Can you share more about your background as an event manager and what you want to transition working for the World Games without having prior experience with Special Olympics?
Yeah, thanks, Novi, for the first question. I'm the Special Olympics Festival Senior Manager. And as an event manager, I worked before for several brands of the automotive and telecommunication branches. And I am in the event management branch for 10 years now. But after 4 years in the same company, it was time for a change. And so I discovered the vacancy about 2 years ago for the Special Olympics Festival Management. And I saw a video on the website, and it was just amazing. And the emotions in the video were so catchy that I said, okay, it's just one chance to be part of the World Games local organizing committee of Special Olympics. And there's still one chance that the Games will be in Berlin, so my home city. And that's why I applied for the job. And yeah, I was just a little surprised, but also it was inspiring to see the Special Olympics community in Germany, which I didn't know before. Yeah, and so I got the job in the end, and I was very happy, and here we are.
Congrats.
I'm so glad you got the job. And can you tell us what to expect from this Special Olympics Festival, and what role will it have in creating a more inclusive culture and games, Berlin Games?
Yeah, for sure. So the Special Olympics Festival 2023 in June, what to expect is their varied and colorful stage program itself on several venues and locations all over Berlin. So we are planning many join-in activities, exhibitor booths, a lot more to discover and to try out. So really an interactive festival, and there are going to be theater plays and performances you can visit. And in general, we want to create a space next to all the sports competitions, which are amazing. But we want to create a space for encounters next to the sport competitions. So that means that we invite everyone, the athletes, delegations, the general public also of the city, to get to know more about Special Olympics and the games. So yeah, we are looking forward to really an inclusive festival program, because we invite many inclusive groups and performers and bands, musicians. So that's what to expect in an overall picture.
Thank you, Natalie.
The festival will be taking place at multiple locations across Berlin. Where exactly will it be hosted, and why were these locations chosen?
That's true. So we are going to have 4 pillars of the festival, you could say. So the first pillar is the festival at Neptune Fountain. It's in the city center of Berlin, underneath the famous TV tower of the city. The second pillar and festival venue is going to be the festival highlight events at Brandenburg Gate. They are taking place next to the most famous site, I would say, of Berlin. Then we are going to have the festival activities in the summer garden, the activities and the festivals connected to our major sports venue, the Messe Berlin. So we are going to have entertainment and booths next to the sports competitions, right in the center, actually. And then we are going to have the fourth pillar. It's the cultural program, and it takes place in many cultural institutions of Berlin, like theaters, museums, and many more, because we invited them to become part of our cultural program, and they are showing inclusive plays, performances, and their program is going to be inclusive while our games time, or during our games time. So those are the 4 pillars, kind of the overall Special Olympics festival we invite everyone to. And the reason why we've chosen mainly the city center venues, like the Neptune Fountain I mentioned, or the Brandenburg Gate, is because we want to catch people's awareness and bring the games right in the center of the city and in the center of the society and the public. So that's why we have chosen city center venues to have the main festival program there, to connect everyone and to inform people about the Special Olympics and catch their awareness. Yeah, so that's actually the reasons, and we hope that we are having many visitors and we are creating an impact in the society with it, because we're the first touch point for so many people when it's about the topic of inclusion.
And Natalie, how are you making the festival more physically accessible, and what steps have been taken to prepare for participants with disabilities?
Yeah, so to make the festival more physically accessible, for sure there are going to be ramps all over the venues. So when it's about our stages, for example, there's going to be ramps that everyone can enter the stage easily and, of course, accessible. So this is a must and a basic requirement for us that we have taken into account. And the venues themselves, we offer lots of seating capacities for people to have a rest, that we really create a space where you can party, but also you can find a quiet space, for example, to calm down. And for sure, our stage programs, they're going to be mainly in English and in German, but we offer sign language at every stage for the moderation parts and also for main parts of the program. That's the physical accessible tools we offer. And we inform all participants, like, for example, exhibitors at the festival venues, to bring their material in easy language, that their booths are accessible, that the join-in activities are inclusive and, mostly accessible for everyone.
I'd love for you to talk more about kind of the digital space. So, like, what digital accessibility measures are being implemented before the festival events to let people who want to attend reserve a spot, or sign up for events and workshops? I'd love to know more about that.
Yeah. So the concept was that we invited Berlin and Brandenburg projects, so the surroundings of Berlin and Germany, projects and organizations to apply for our open call, because we started an open call in the end of last year to become part of the festival program. So you could apply as exhibitor, a stage program part, performer, for example, or also as a workshop provider. And this open call, it was already been online. It has already been online in easy language, easy English, and easy German. And so everyone could apply. So that was kind of a digital tool, our open call in easy language, easy German, and also all info material was in easy language. And we decided not to have a sign up for workshops, for example, beforehand, because we want to avoid the stress level. If delegations are on their way or in a competition venue and they cannot make it to the festival, for example, to attend a workshop, and then they signed up beforehand. This is not in our concept, so we haven't had any digital accessibility measures to sign up for, to be honest. But we empower and motivate our cultural partners, for example, theaters or museums, to implement accessible measures on a long-term view on their websites, for example. So we really want to start to motivate also cultural institutions and partners and the external stakeholders we have to implement also digital tools on their websites.
Thank you
Hope
for
this
that.
answers the question.
Why is it important to welcome the community of Berlin by opening opportunities for residents to become volunteers or host workshops?
Yeah, so with the festival, we want to connect different parts of the society, the sports part, the cultural part, and the social organizations. And I think maybe this is a unique chance to come together at a major sports event in Berlin, in the city, and to connect all those people to make a change. So it's actually the most important thing to invite those stakeholders is that on the one hand, they can showcase what they are already doing in terms of inclusion. But on the other side, we start the change in people's minds and also in organizations to become more inclusive and to really make a change. So that's why we invite all external exhibitors or organizations to host workshops, to connect and to bring their visitors and their target groups also together, that everyone can meet at the festival spaces. So this is why we want to create a legacy with the festival also, or we are kind of creating a legacy with it, because we want to empower and motivate organizations to become more inclusive and to make a change also after the games have happened in Berlin. So from July onwards, I would say.
And Natalie, as you know, event management is all about creating the best event possible while simultaneously appealing to and attracting a large audience, yet diverse audience. How have you noticed any changes within the event industry that are focused on making events more accessible at all? Or
Yeah, I
for
would
all?
say, yeah. That's a difficult question, I would say. But over the last years, um, I mean, in the last 3 years, it was a little difficult to see changes because of Corona. We have not had any events in person actually for a long time, but that made a change to also have more hybrid events, for example, and people can access events more in a digital way now. So I saw this change, and also topics that have a social impact. They are more in the focus than, for example, 10, 12 years ago, I would say. So also what from my surrounding, what I see is that, for example, other festival organizers, they are now starting to make up their mind how to become more inclusive. They also, some of them reached out to us and were very interested in what are you doing, what measurements are you having in the festival planning already, and what are you doing to make your festival more inclusive in the implementation in the end. So that's what I see. People are interested in the topic, and also more accessibility was given by the last 3 years, I would say, from my perspective.
Thank you.
What are you looking forward to the most about the World Games?
I love that people are coming to Berlin, and what we're planning for 2 years now is going to be real. So really, we are in contact with so many stakeholders, and I'm so looking forward to the moment where we meet each other on site. The delegations are coming to the city, to Berlin, to Germany, um, and I'm looking forward to the great moments we are going to have in front of the stages, also, of course, on the grandstands, on the fields of competition, and finally to have the feeling, okay, the World Games are here and it's now, yeah, going to be real.
Awesome, awesome. And in few words, could you answer the question: what does accessibility and inclusion mean to you?
Mm-hmm, for sure. Actually, inclusion means that for me personally, everyone is treated in the same way and everyone has the same chances. And this is connected to accessibility, because I think if information is accessible for everyone, or venues and so on, it's easier for people to become part of the normal kind of, normal is the wrong word, of the overall society and life. So everyone has a chance to become part wherever people want to become part of, and everyone is treated the same way, no matter what disability there is, or how people feel. That's kind of, in a few words, my description of inclusion and accessibility.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Natalie, for joining today's episode of the Inclusion Revolution Radio Podcast and Spotlight Session collaboration. The Special Olympics Festival will be an incredible experience, to say the least. We're so excited to hear about all the amazing stories that will come out of it.
Thank you so much, Natalie, and everyone else that's here, that's joined us to the end. You can learn more about accessiBe, the Inclusion Revolution Radio, and Special Olympics by subscribing on YouTube and following us on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Find us using our handles at accessiBe_community and at Special Olympics. Thank you all for being on this journey with us, and we are looking forward to the next episode. Take care, everyone, and thank you, Natalie, again.
Thank you too. It was a pleasure to be your guest.